What's up? Welcome back to the guest room. This video is gonna be slightly different than the ones that I've already posted, all three of the ones that I've already posted. There's a reason that it's kind of different, and it's because I have been getting ads on Facebook and Instagram for this makeup, and it's called, you've probably heard of it, because I bet you they're spamming everyone with ads. It's called Il Maquillage. And I have gotten ads, like so many, that I finally allowed them to work on me, and curiosity got the best of me, so I bought some. The reason that I bought it is because they have a try before you buy, because like nobody really wants to buy new makeup online. At least I definitely don't. And you know, colors, stuff like that is a very good reason for people to not want to buy makeup online. So I got an ad for it and I finally was like, you know what, sure. You just pay for shipping and you get to try it for 14 days. I've had it for 7 days now. And so I wanted to like film a video and just tell you guys from like one person who's not a makeup person to all of you, whoever you are. Basically, I wanted to try this out as someone who's like not a makeup person. Like I wear makeup casually. I like wearing makeup, but I'm no beauty guru, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm not trying to be a beauty guru. I think it's important to get opinions from people who aren't beauty gurus. I've taken their suggestions before, and you know, they don't always work for me because they're either too much effort, too expensive, stuff like that. So like, I don't know, basically I want to try it. I was really curious, and I figured you guys might be seeing these ads and you might want to see it on me. I know that was not your first thought when you saw the ad, like, oh, I want to see that on Emily, but here I am, this is what you get. So basically, I don't know what I'm gonna get from this, but they had me take a quiz. I filled out the quiz. They said, this is gonna be the best one for you, this like formula and this color, so why don't you try it out? And so I said, okay, and so they sent it to me. Let's try it out. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to get to know me a little bit more. So I asked on Instagram the other day, like some questions that you guys might have for me. So I have them like up on my computer that I will be answering while I get ready. You could call it a chatty get ready with me, I guess. Like that would be a great name for this. Oh, got my scrunchie, of course. This is my favorite headband that I just like, it's from the bottom of like an old shirt that I got in middle school or high school from PacSun. I just cut the bottom off and then wrapped it around a few times, and then bada bing, bada boom. You look like a hippie. I have, as you saw, taken a shower and like moisturized and like put my face stuff on. One of the questions I actually got was, what are your secrets for like good skin? And right now, like, I have some spots, you can see them. Spots everywhere, but like I had some really, really bad acne in high school. It wasn't terrible. Like for having acne, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. It was very hormonal, so I usually got it mostly around my period, but like right in here, like I would get a lot of acne, and on my chin and around my nose and on my forehead. And now I'm an adult and look at that, acne who? But my secret was literally moving to Arizona. I didn't change anything in my skincare routine, but I am from Washington State and I moved to Arizona at the beginning of 2019, and my skin just cleared up. It's really dry here and I think that helped. In fact, I know it helped because other than that, the things that I use to care for my skin are the things that you saw this morning. And I also like, when I got here, I was using an oil, a facial oil. I forget what it was. I think it was argan oil and vitamin E. I was using that after I showered, like on my damp face. I would put the oil on, and then any kind of like cream or lotion will seal in whatever you have on your face already. So like if I'm putting oil on my face and then sealing it in with a moisturizer and keeping that in, my face was kind of like, oh, like we've got plenty of oil, we don't need to produce more. And so I'm thinking that that had an impact in helping. And I have noticed that some of my acne has come back a little bit, especially in my chin, since I ran out and haven't purchased more. So I'll let you guys know in the future when I do finally buy more if it actually helps or if it was just a coincidence. But yeah, I would definitely try out using an oil before your moisturizer. I did not bring any scissors in here, so we're just gonna rip this open with our bare hands. Look at that. Oh, it has some like black confetti. This is a foundation, and I will let you know, like, you can't really tell, but like my neck has some self-tanner on it, and my face, this is like my actual skin color. So if at the end my neck and my face don't completely match, that is why. And then this is the primer. Let's get started on these questions and conversation topic starters. Where did I go for college and what are my plans now? That's a great ass question. So that's obviously like the first question that people ask you when they find out that you just graduated. I graduated from Arizona State University. Ooh, let's talk about college real quick, actually, just as a concept. Not everybody needs to go to college. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to go to college. My family anticipated me going. It had kind of like always just been the thing to do, is like go to college after you graduate high school. And so I did that. I can't tell if this is good foundation. And also don't come at me for using my brushes like really badly. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot to put on the fucking primer. Damn it. Hold on. Okay, I literally just washed my face again. And we're gonna do this again. Primer. Back on the topic of college, I think that college, you know, opens some doors for you as a person. If you are looking to get a job, it's not like coming out. If you want to get a corporate level job, a degree is going to help you. Oh, it goes on like a nice primer. But I feel like we have been done a disservice as a group of people by being told that you have to have a college degree in order to get a job that makes a lot of money. It's not true. You have trade jobs now that are very high value because people are not going to trade schools. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people who have a 4-year college degree and they're like shit out of luck because they don't have anywhere to work because the market is like oversaturated. There's just so much that goes into it. I suggest that you do your own research. No job is inherently better or worse than another job unless you're a billionaire making a shit ton of money off of the oppression of other people. Working at Starbucks doesn't make you a less successful person than someone working at the bank. But we have this tendency to see service jobs as like not a real full job when that's just not true. It's just like, I'm not gonna make any sense and you're gonna watch this and be like, she's just like, if you want to go to college or you feel like maybe that's something that you'd want to do, my suggestion is find someone who's gonna pay for your college, whether that be a sugar daddy, a company, or your parents or your grandparents. Like, find someone who will pay your tuition. Do it. With that being said, let's get back to the actual like question that was asked, which is, and also my primer is like ready to have stuff put on top of it, which we're just gonna like pat on. What am I gonna do after college? I'm gonna just vibe, yo. I have a lot of different things that I would like to do as far as like a career path goes. And I'm not in the mindset of I have to choose one and stick with it. Like, I'm very excited to have like lots of doors opened and have the opportunity to do a lot of stuff. Right now I'm just like working for whatever money I can get. And kind of like planning my next move. I've been, working on YouTube. I would really like to start doing this consistently and like a lot. I think it's super fun. Ozzy, what are you getting into, babe? What are you doing, babe? No, that's not for you. Salmon shirt. I would like to continue to work on being a wedding and portrait photographer. Oh, what did I go to college for? I can't read. I went to college for English. I knew going into it that was the only thing that I would ever want to get a degree in. So obviously, when I applied for college, I said, oh, I want to do global business. I initially chose like a business degree because I had friends and family kind of like, well, English isn't going to get you anywhere. You should do something more likely to get you into a job that will pay you well. I kind of like let that get to me. And so I applied as a global business major, got in, and after my first week of classes, I was like, why the hell did I do this? Like, why did I think that this was a good idea? Called my advisor and I was like, I need to switch to an English degree. And here we are. As far as this makeup goes, like, I wear drugstore foundation, so this seems good. It's not super tacky. It's very dry now that I've put it on and it's like sat on my face for a while. I have no basis for what primer is supposed to feel like or be like, so yeah, it's good. I'm gonna powder because I got an oily face. Next question. This is gonna get political. Just for a hot second. Why is Trump destroying our country? If I knew, I would just... There's two political questions / things that people asked me to talk about. Trump and Bernie. Trump is a disaster. I'm all aboard Bernie 2020. Straight Bernie bro, 100%. I think that if you want to help people and you want to help people that you know, but more importantly, like people that you don't know, Bernie's thing right now is like, how hard are you willing to fight for someone that you don't know? I'm a Christian and I find myself really leaning towards leftist politics because I think that they focus not just on what's best for me as a white average woman, but they focus on what's best for everyone. Bernie has been fighting this fight for so long. I don't get how people can like say they're not all for Bernie Sanders. I love Elizabeth Warren, but I think it's worth noting that Bernie Sanders has never been homophobic. He has always fought for the underdog. Sorry, I'm swatting at a gnat. He is a great guy. He's a great guy who has America's best interests at heart, and the only people that he's taken money from are the American people. Like for his campaign donations, he has refused to take money from billionaires, refused to take money from super PACs, because when a politician takes that money, it's like an IOU. And if you don't know what super PACs are and how billionaires can impact the election, I encourage you to do your own research. Find the most unbiased, straightforward news sites that you can and just kind of read up on common terminology, especially if you were old enough to vote. I started getting into politics in 2016, where I missed the election by 17 days. I turned 18 on November 20th, so it's really hard for me to just like sit there and watch the country burn. Trump and Bernie are very similar as politicians because they do not represent the establishment. And I think that is the one place where we can compare them and say that they're similar. Trump is totally outlandish. He said things that were not popular, that were not supposed to be said, and he kind of like took America by storm because it's like, holy crap, like, did you hear what Donald Trump said? Like, no presidential candidate has ever talked like that. And I think that people kind of were like, hey, let's see where this goes. I can't blame them for that. I can't blame them for ignoring the racism and misogyny and like that stuff. Moving past that, I get it. And now that we're in 2020 and Bernie he is at that same level of saying things that are really outlandish. Totally like not status quo, but on the Democratic establishment side. And that's why we're seeing so many negative ads for Bernie. He threatens what the Democratic establishment is and wants. So if you still have the opportunity to vote, I really recommend you to get out there and vote for Bernie. And if you're so against Bernie, like, check out his policies before you vote for someone else. Just like do it. Just check out policies, educate yourself. Don't just listen to me. Do your own research. Look at policy, trace back the money to where it's coming from. That's what I'll say on that. long ass rant. Okay, moving on to something way random. What is the hottest thing you've ever tasted? Probably like this really spicy curry that I had at a Thai food restaurant one time. Didn't anticipate it being that hot. Every Thai food place, like their spice ratings are subjective to their restaurant. So I like went with like a 3 and it was way hot. It's very, very hot. Okay, do I thrift all of my clothes and home decor? That's a great question. I do love thrifting. I don't thrift everything, but for my house, I think all of my furniture, with the exception of my bed frames, I bought all of those full price. I did shop for the best deal because I was like super balling on a budget, both scenarios. I'm basically always balling on a budget. Almost everything else I've thrifted, all of my big furniture pieces, I have either thrifted or like my couch was given to me. And I either find stuff at the thrift store or I find stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Clothing, I would say it's like 50-50. I thrift a lot of my clothes, but there's some things like I'm a sucker for Target and I'm trying to like quit going to Target. It's just so I do get a lot of stuff from Target. I do try to thrift, especially home decor. I try and thrift all of it unless I have a gift card to check in on my face. It's doing good. It's kind of bronzed. Matches my neck. Good. Here we go. We're gonna do my eyebrows in here. Oh, fuck. So, okay, you know what? I'll be right back. I need to do this in front of a mirror. All right, so brows done. Wah, wah. Next, we're gonna flush it up. My last question. What are my favorite things to do in Arizona and suggestions for anyone moving there? Suggestions for moving here? Really be thoughtful about what part of Arizona you move to. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere in a very residential area. We have like the benefit of having neighbors, of having like peace and quiet, but as a 21-year-old girl, there's really nothing to do here. It's a long drive for us to get anywhere like fun, like restaurants. Downtown is about 45 minutes away. Figure out where you want to live, what things are important to you. Bring your shorts. Bring shorts, tank tops. Summer is very long and hot. It is very, very hot. Make sure the place you're moving to has AC. Make sure you're prepared to pay an AC bill. Even when you're in an apartment, it gets up to like $170 to $190. It's not every single month that your electric bill is like insane. But if you're working like a minimum wage job or close to it, you have to budget for that and you have to be prepared. And don't try and lie to yourself and say, I'm not gonna use AC that much. Like, you're gonna end up using it. You're gonna end up using it. Don't lie to yourself. But if you're crazy and you're like, yeah, give me a 90-degree, slightly humid apartment, like, yeah, you can make it out here pretty cheap. My favorite things to do in Arizona, there's a couple restaurants that I really love. There's La Piazza, which is in downtown Phoenix, and then there's a Irish English type pub downtown called the Kettle Black that Alfie and I also really love to go to. I love just like wandering around. There's lots of farmers markets here, and they go pretty all year round because we don't like have inclement weather. I like going to the thrift store. I also like going outside of Phoenix. So just in like Arizona in general. Flagstaff and Sedona are absolutely stunning. There's like a lot of hiking stuff to do. There's a lot of touristy parts of Arizona because this really does like encapsulate the Wild West. By the Superstition Mountains, there's a place called Apache Junction, and they have a lot of touristy spots. If you go down to Tucson, they have the Rock and Gem Show. I haven't been, but I hear it's awesome. There's the Saguaro National Park, which is phenomenal. It is so beautiful. Red rocks and mountains and so many cacti. So many. It's just like sweeping. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't do a lot of like party stuff. So those are my favorite things to do. I'm gonna go put on my roller lash mascara. I'm gonna go put this on because I know for a fact I'm not gonna be able to do it in the camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I'm done. I have mascara on. I have my hair slightly dried. The last thing I'm gonna do is just put on this, that's it. That's it. That's the whole look. Let's discuss the foundation situation and ignore my little mustache. It was easy to put on. The primer I liked. I like the way that primer feels. It's like so weird. It's like plastic, which is mildly concerning that it feels like plastic, but you know, I would give it a good rating. I don't like the price point, and I don't like this coverage for myself. I'll probably be sending it back because I'm not like obsessed with it, and I don't do my makeup like this full coverage enough for it to be worth paying the price, which is like, it's like 40 something for a bottle. If you guys have any more questions, you can like pop them down in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. So from me and my salmon shirt to you, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope that you don't take anything away from me putting on my makeup, because there is nothing here to learn. I hope you educate yourself and vote for the candidate you feel is best for you, best for the people you care about, and best for the American people as well. If you like this video, you know what to do. There's options below. I would encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, or turn on the bell, or all of them down below. Thanks. Goodbye.